For this assignment, I'm going to look at the network utility options on my new Mac computer. I do not know anything about networks or how they work, so it was actually kind of fun for me to play with this. So what I'm going to do is go into my network utility, and it was down here at the bottom. I don't see it, so I'm going to search for it. There it is. And what this does is it gives you a look into your computer. This is just information about your network, and when I first saw this, I thought, wow, I haven't sent anything yet, but this is for my Ethernet, which I do not have. I am a Wi-Fi, so I'm going to go ahead and come down here and check Wi-Fi, and there's my hardware address. Here's my IP address, which is what I always tell my students, my computer's phone number, and just other information about my computer. And as you can see, my packets are, I'm receiving some and sending some, so that's pretty cool to see. Again, I've never looked at any information about my network before. The tab after info is NetStat. I admittedly do not know much about what all this is talking about, so it was kind of neat to at least see this. There's 4 different options. You can display routing table. You hit this button here and it should give you all the information. Display comprehensive network statistics for each protocol. So there's the packets. Lots of information here. So yeah, I'm just so interested in this. Discarded for bad header offset fields, 0 discarded because packet's too short, 0 connection accepted, 0 bad connection attempts. So all this gives you information about your network. There's multicast information and display the state of all current socket connections. Since I'm not going over each one, here's just a brief little look at what they look like to the user. So again, a lot of information here that it was cool to look up. Ping is a feature that I've actually heard of, but didn't quite know what it did. Pings test how fast a data signal can travel from one place to another or from one computer to another. A ping sends a packet of electronic data to an IP address and waits for a signal or pong and sends that back. So what I did was I typed in ESPN, and I'm going to try to ping it and see how many packets are sent and sent back. So as you can see, it's quick. Right here is the time, so about 74 milliseconds. And this number right here is the IP address for ESPN. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit only 10. Let's see if that helps. So again, everything seems to be working. If it wasn't working, so 10 packets transmitted, 10's received, there was no packet loss. This is a way to see if there's any problems between your computer and the computer you're trying to reach. Traceroute is a tool that is used to find the route of packets sent across different networks. It helps you view the route of the packets sent across different networks using this terminal. So I'm going to keep it on ESPN. I'm going to hit trace, and this is what I believe, every server it hits before it hits ESPN. So when I was playing with this, I noticed the first one, this is my IP address, that's my computer, and the second one always seems to be this columbusres.rr.com, so I think that's where our first stop is. And as you can see, these are all the different servers. These asterisks do mean that there is some problem at that particular point, and this will keep going until it hits the root. So as you can see at 9 and 12, there's an issue, and this will keep going, but I'm going to go ahead and stop it. And if there's the address, the IP, the amount of time it took to get there. So there's a lot of information under traceroute. The Whois feature is a command used to view the information of a domain. So we're going to go ahead and let's go to ESPN. we're going to see who is, and it talks about the domains. It was last updated Saturday, July 18th. ESPN, it talks about registrations, terms of use. We go down here and it talks, where was that? Oh, it says no match. Let's go ahead and change this to, there we go, domain name ESPN. It's registered to CSC Corporate Domains. And again, a lot of information. Here's their servers. So if you're wanting to look to see who it belongs to, you can use this feature. The finger tool is used to find information of a particular user. This is for security and privacy reasons. This is disabled in all mail servers and web servers. So I kind of didn't have any luck using this. So again, I'm going to use my husband's. That's what I searched for. And it should look at, but it is again refused. So the finger option should get you more information about the user if it lets you. I'm going to spend very little time talking about port scan because I'm very unfamiliar with it. This is used to check whether a particular port is open for an IP or a domain, but when I try this, it just keeps scanning. So it's scanning for the BGSU IP, but it just keeps going around in circles for me. But I did want to address it to say that it was there and what it did, but unfortunately I'm not having much success on my computer getting it to work. So this is a network utility, and I learned something, and I think it's a good way to show teachers, you know, how their network works.